Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Baltimore Ravens, but with the new addition of Tyler Linderbaum. We got Kyle Hamilton, David Ojabo, Travis Jones, who is a huge steal, Jalen Amore Davis. We love defensive backs out of Alabama. It works so well with Marlon Humphrey, and we just loved it in general, so I was not surprised by that. Tyler Linderbaum here, I am going to give him star development. If you guys do want a link to these rosters, the link is in the description below of how I got these rosters. I personally made these rosters, and I will be showing you guys how you can get them in the link in my description. But do note that all of my rookies do not have any developments. You have to give them to yourself whenever you do a rebuild. But anyways, this is what we got going for the team right now. And right now, it's looking pretty solid. Tyler Linderbaum, I think, was a great pickup for this O-line. We needed it. I'm going to start, I think it's Tyree Phillips. Yeah, Tyree Phillips. He's just got star dev, so I'm going to start him over Ben Powers. Zeitler is here, Ben Cleveland. I love this dude. Daniel, I believe it's pronounced Fillet. I think that's how you pronounce it. 6'8", 387 pounds. I think 390 pounds is the record for the biggest player in the NFL. This dude is massive. He's huge. I really want him to be good. I'm going to keep him at a normal development. I'm not going to change his development because a lot of people will call it bias because he is a 4th-round pick. So do note that. Morgan Moses is a right tackle, but he's not going to be starting. I think I'll keep Juwan James there for now. And yeah, Morgan Moses will probably be the starter, and they'll probably cut Juwan James, but I'm not really going to necessarily worry about that. Or this is a realistic rebuild. I think the Ravens will end up cutting Juwan James, but that's going to be a cap penalty, so I'm not going to. So we also got Charlie Kolar, I believe is how you pronounce it. In the 4th round, we had like 8 4th-round picks. It was pretty ridiculous how many we had. But anyways, this is what we got here, boys. Gus the Bus, J.K. Dobbins when he's healthy is great. Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley. Defensively, this is where we went off in the draft. Travis Jones, he was projected to be an early 2nd-round pick. We got him in the mid-3rd round. Huge steal. He's a great player in general. He's just very, very good. Well-rounded player. We got Michael Pierce, Derek Wolfe, Calais Campbell, Justin Madbuke, and amazing team. Odafe away here. Patrick Queen really had a down season this season. It was really kind of upsetting by me because I saw him be a 1st-round pick, and this guy was really, really bad this season. But in his rookie season, he was pretty good. David Ojabo, this is the pick I was so ecstatic about. He was supposed to be around like pick 14, like a Ravens 1st-round pick 14. He was supposed to be that type of player, or maybe even a top 10 pick. He was projected to go that high in the 1st round, tore his ACL, completely tanked his draft stock, and then we stole him in the 2nd round. Once he's healthy again, he's going to be a beast. Then we got Kyle Hamilton for super high value. He flew down draft board just because of his pro day and this and that. It doesn't matter. He's a great safety in general, and it was just such good value for pick 14. Then we got Marcus Williams, great deal. Whenever Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey are healthy, this team is freakish. This defense is one of the best in the NFL if it can stay healthy. This O-line, I just needed to stay healthy throughout the season, especially Ronnie Stanley, and it is a top-tier O-line. Honestly, you may not think it, but whenever the team is healthy, the team is great. We have a lot of issues with that last season. I'm glad the Ravens didn't make the playoffs as a Ravens fan because we would have had a higher pick and it wouldn't have been as good in the draft. So, we got Chuck Clark here, and I think the Ravens will trade away Chuck Clark now that we have Kyle Hamilton. Maybe he'll teach him a little bit, but he's going to go to the Broncos here, and what do I want from the Broncos for him? Dalton Reisner would be awesome, but I'm going to try and keep it just realistic, and I'm just going to give Chuck Clark away for a 3rd-round pick, and they don't think that's enough, so I'll give him a next year 7. Would that work? Yeah, a next year 7 and Chuck Clark for the Broncos 3rd-round pick. That's cool with me. And yeah, this is what we're rocking with. I think the team looks great already, but I do want to change up our schemes here. We are a running team, so I'm going to stick to that just for now. I'm going to go vertical zone run. Yeah, vertical zone run, and then I'm going to rock out with, let's try Pittsburgh's defense, working with the ops defense. So, that's cool. we're going to rock with that. Disguise 3-4. I'm going to stay in the Ravens running scheme because that's what we have, and Rashad Bateman and Devin Duvernay definitely have not developed enough. Maybe I'll switch to Kansas City's and switch up to a passing scheme soon, but we are in a running scheme, so let's move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, third in our division, 4-3 in a highly contested division, coming off a loss to the Bengals as always. Hate to see it as a Ravens fan. But yes, super excited for this rebuild because, of course, I'm a Ravens fan if I haven't mentioned it for the millionth time in this video. Anyways, players ready to negotiate. We have a bunch of money here. In real life, not really. Tony Jefferson, no. Geno Stone, no. Tyson Williams, no. Tyler Huntley. Maybe I'll keep him around if it's a dumb, cheap deal because I just need a stupid, cheap QB so that way the CPU doesn't, like, sign Aaron Rodgers in free agency automatically. So, yeah, our offensive points per game is 21st. It's not doing the best, but our defense is 4th in points per game, so that's great. So, anyways, it's now time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 8-9, bottom of the division. This happened in my last rebuild. The Steelers' defense is a top defense midseason mark, and then they finished 20th. Okay, so it seems like our rushing game was 6th in the NFL, and I'm not going to deal with that, going us 8-9, being 24th in points per game. So we're switching to Kansas City's offense, and that loss to the Steelers is what prevented us from making the playoffs, by the way, as they take the the division. Lamar did not do good in passing yards because we were in a running scheme. 26th best offense, 11th best defense. Okay, maybe I'll stick with it. 3,600 yards, 28 TDs, 14 interceptions. JK, 9 TDs, 3.9 per carry, 1,200 yards. For being in a running scheme, that is not a good stat line. Devin Duvernay, 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. Looking at it defensively, Patrick Queen, 124 tackles for a loss, 17 for Calais Campbell, sacks, 7.5 for Odafe Away, interceptions, 3 for Patrick Queen, safeties is 1 for Calais Campbell and 1 for Michael Pierce, and 0 defensive touchdowns. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say it's now time to move in to the offseason. And Jonathan Taylor wins Super Bowl MVP against the San Francisco 49ers. And what else do we got? We got nothing here for the Baltimore Ravens, unfortunately. No rookie of the year for us. Let's look into the roster to see if there is any development upgrades offensively. Looking into it, it looks like we are the exact same. Defensively, looking into it, Patrick Queen somehow gets superstar dev, and it looks like that's it, unfortunately. So let's not generate best lineup. Change scheme here. We're gonna change into the Rams defense. Let's see, that's LA Chargers. Where's LAR? There it is. Wait. Ooh, I need to sneeze. I need to take a second to make that sneeze. I was on the verge of it for a while now. Okay, anyways. Let's see the Kansas City's offense because that's literally what works best every single time for me. So we've officially switched up into that. We're going to move into the re-sign players here and the retirements. I don't think there is anyone I want to re-sign anyways. Maybe the Tyler Huntley thing, just so that way I don't have to constantly keep re-signing a QB over and over and over again, because it's quite annoying, even though I could just do it in free agency. 2021 retirements. We got the AFC North. What do we got here? Absolutely nobody retires in our division. So let's look at the players ready to negotiate here. And we got Tony Jefferson, Geno Stone, Tyler Huntley. What did you want? Can I just lower your contract and you would take that? I enjoyed playing. Okay, test out free agency. I'm sure no one will touch you. Anyways, not going to worry about that. How much money do we have to spend? $15 million. I'm probably just going to get a backup QB. So you guys will see me skip to the draft, but I'm just going to get a backup QB in free agency. In the first round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Earl Driver for the team at a UCLA, 6'2", 228 pounds, hidden dev. He's going to be paired with Patrick Queen. In the second round, I'm picking up a right tackle with hidden development. John Baskerville, I might move him to right guard to replace Kevin Zeitler. 6'7", 325 pounds. He's a big boy, like Daniel Fillet. And 85 strength though, so he's probably a low overall, but good second round pick. Here we are after the draft, as it looks like Baskerville is a pretty good overall. So I'm actually going to, since Kevin Zeitler is there, do I replace Kevin Zeitler now? I don't think so. I'm going to move him up to right tackle. Daniel can maybe play right guard maybe. That would be a big boy position for him. So yeah, I'm going to move him actually to right guard. See how he plays there just a little bit. And we're going to start him over Kevin Zeitler just because Kevin Zeitler is getting old. Might need to move him up here. Basker is going to move up here. He's a 72 overall now that he moves into the interior offensive line. That is a big cap cut for Kevin Zeitler. So I'm going to trade him away. Anyone have high interest in Kevin Zeitler? I don't think there'd be anyone with high interest. He's going to go to the Vikings here. Going to trade him away for a third-round pick. Would you take that? And they do. Kevin Zeitler for a third-round pick is off to the Vikings. That's actually a pretty good deal for us. We got some youth here on the O-line, looking a little bit better. Defensively, looking into it. Drivers is 76 overall. David Ojabo is going to start over Tyus Bowser. And, yeah, like everything that we got here, I'm rocking with it quite a bit. This is the guy I picked up in the second round. Well, no, I didn't, apparently. I guess he was just a total bust. He's below a 70 overall. Interesting. Specialist, who do we got here? Odafe Away, Calais Campbell, David Ojabo, Driver, Stevens. I would like Amore Davis to be my slot. And, yeah, let's move Dobbins to the starter. That's probably why he didn't get as many touches as I thought he would. But, anyways, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are 5-2, second in the division, a highly contested division. We have some players ready to negotiate here. Let's see who we have. Lamar Jackson, of course. Got to give you that big boy deal. Let's give him that. And $37 million a year. He re-signs. Marcus Peters. I'd like you for a 2-year deal. Up the money. I'll work your contract down as you age. Calais Campbell. Shit, I can't do him. Sam Cook, we already got your replacement in Stroud. Jawan James, no. Justice Hill, no. Ben Powers, no. Calais Campbell is a guy that I do want back. I'm going to undercut his contract, spread it out by 5 years, undercut the contract, lower the bonus, do this, and he says it needs financial work. I'm going to tag him at the end of the season, so I'm going to do that. And yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, top of the division, 12-5, here with the Browns, as it looks like the Steelers and the Bengals both missed out. Browns get 5th seed because we stole the division from them. That win to the Steelers really secured it. 12-5 here to face the 11-6 Los Angeles Chargers. Let's look at the stats and awards here to see who we have. Lamar Jackson, baby, that's an MVP season. Second for MVP behind Patrick Mahomes. 5th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 21st, makes no sense. 5,000 yards, 47 TDs, 11 interceptions. JK, 14 TDs, 3.9 per carry, 1,000 yards. Better than last season. Same average, same yards, but more TDs. Devin Duvernay, 13 TDs, 1,700 yards. Mark Andrews, 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. Yeah, Devin Duvernay is getting superstar dev. Rashad Bateman, 1,000 yards, 12 TDs. That's a superstar dev as well. And then looking at it defensively, Patrick Queen, 134 tackles for a loss, 18 for Michael Pierce, sacks, 11 for David Ojabo, 11 for Odafe Away, and 6.5 for Calais Campbell. So that's actually a pretty good stat line. I don't understand how this defense is that low. Kyle Hamilton, 3 interceptions for Marcus Williams as well. Safeties doing work, and 0 safeties on the team and 0 defensive touchdowns. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to see if we can beat the 11-6 Los Angeles Chargers to move on to the divisional round. They're an 87 overall team, so are we. Should be a fair matchup, and we beat them 38-23 here to face the 13-4 Indianapolis Colts, who have Matt Ryan as their QB, I still believe. So can we beat them? We don't. 34-28. The divisional round is always a problem for me. I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, we were 15th in points per game. It's just our defensive passing game was 27th, unfortunately. So it's now time to move in to the offseason. And the Bills beat the Commanders in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl MVP. And Von Miller wins Defensive Player of the Year with the Bills as well. So no Ravens there for the awards. Let's see what we got here for the roster upgrades. And offensively, we have J.K. Dobbins doesn't get it. Devin Duvernay gets Superstar Dev. Rashad Bateman, I'm going to give him Superstar Dev because he also had a very good season. Almost 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns. Very good season by him as well. So, of course, I got to give it to him. And Rashad Bateman does get it. And then we got Mark Andrews here who gets Superstar X Factor 99 overall. Baskerville is a 77 overall. Daniel Falele is a very good 76 overall right now. Jawan James is not going to be here for much longer. Can I just cut him outright? Is that going to help me? Yeah, it would actually save me money. So I cut him outright. He's done. I could have just waited for his contract, but it's fine. And yeah, let's go to the defensive setup here. And Driver is only a star dev, which I'm cool with. And what was the other one that I drafted? I feel like, yeah, it was Baskerville, the right tackle. He's still pretty good. And yeah, Marcus Williams has superstar dev, and everyone else looks the same. That's cool with me. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move into the re-sign players and the retirements to see who we have to re-sign and retire, of course. And yeah, I think Calais Campbell was the only one I wanted to do, and I was just going to work around his contract the best I could. So 2022 retirements, we're going to have the AFC North, and Cole Beasley retires on the Steelers. Interesting, okay. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have. We have Calais Campbell, who I just wanted to tag for a year, which I think I could do. So he wants to play for a new team. Cost $20 million to tag him. I don't know if I want to pay $20 million to an 80 overall player. I don't think I am. I'm going to move on from him. I'm not going to worry about that. How much money do we have to spend? $6 million. That's not anything. I'm going to skip out on free agency and just get to the draft. In the first round, end of the first round, Markel Applewhite is the pick. 6'4", 228 pounds out of Nebraska. He's pretty slow, but I guess he's a good receiver too. Here we are after the draft. This is what the team currently looks like. This is my second round pick. Dominic Ludd. It looks pretty good. Looks like he's going to be good depth. Okay, so we got everything that we wanted. Where is... Wow. Looks like Applewhite was a total bust of a pick. Not even a 70 overall. So Gary is going to... Leon Gary. Stanford. I don't know if I like him there. Is Porsche a bigger size or is he a smaller size? I might want to start him. James Porsche, 5'11". Tylan Wallace, maybe? 5'11". Hemsley, 6'5". There it is. That's the one I wanted. I wanted him to play my second receiver. Duvernay in the slot. And Amore Davis, Gunther, Madbuke, Travis Jones. Yeah, I'm cool with all this. Defensively, Justin Madbuke is outside. And yeah, I like what we got here. I'm rocking with it. Everything seems good to me. We got a bunch of sacks with the Rams playbook last time, but the Steelers playbook was technically more successful. So do we rock with the Steelers playbook? If I can actually get to it, please. Thank you. My God. I think I'm going to switch back to the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, just so that way we can technically be more successful. We had less sacks with it, but we were a better team overall with it. So it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 2-5. What is the defense is the problem? Don't ever trust the Steelers. The Steelers defense is apparently making them go 5-2. Interesting. We're going to switch it up back to the Rams playbook because that is what seems to be working for us. So LA Rams, I mean, we were 11-6 last time. Well, 12-5. I should have known better just to leave it where it's at. So dumb move by my part. Looks like the Steelers have the 15th best defense with their playbook, but we have the 29th best defense with their playbook. Okay, interesting. Players ready to negotiate, coming off a loss to the Colts, as we did in the divisional round. Justin Tucker, of course, I want you back. You're the GOAT, baby. No one's better than you. You're the GOAT. And salary needs improvement? Yes, sir. Got it for you. Don't worry. It doesn't matter if you're a kicker. I got you. Ravens usually don't re-sign running backs. We recycle them. But in Madden, that's a different story for me. Marcus Williams, of course, I want you back. You had a 5-year, big-time deal. So we're going to up that money for you, and he re-signs. Michael Pierce, I would like you back on a 1-year deal. That'd be nice. And he re-signs. Kyle Hamilton, you should not be here because you were a first-round pick. You should have a 5th-year option with it, and I have to do this literally every single video I do because the contracts are completely messed up most of the time. So Kyle Hamilton, 5-year deal, and he is back. Oh, I could have just waited on that, but it's fine. So let's go back to the players ready to negotiate here, and I think Tyler Linderbaum will be here too. Patrick Queen is someone I want back as well. Let's up the contract and money for him, and he resigns. Patrick Ricard is someone I want back too. Even though a fullback doesn't really do anything in Madden, I know he has value to the team, so he's going to re-sign. David Ojabo, I'm going to give him a 4-year deal because that's what he should be on. And then Tyler Linderbaum, I'm going to give him a 5-year deal because that's what he should be on as well. Because these are rookies, they get 4-year contracts, not 3-year contracts. Do keep that in mind. I have to back out and go back in or else EA glitches out. So we're going to go back to players ready to negotiate. We're going to go to Tyler Linderbaum. See what we got here for him. And we're going to give him a 5-year deal. Come on, if you'll load at any point in year, it would be helpful. Tyler Linderbaum, 5-year deal. I know this is the boring part, but I got to do it. It's a part of it. And yeah, I might not mess with it, and I might just go with other players soon. Devin Duvernay, I would like back. So up the money for him and the years. That's actually a pretty cheap contract for a great slot receiver. Amore Davis, Travis Jones, and Daniel all need to be, oh my God. I'll just maybe re-sign all these guys at the end of the year because I don't want to deal with all these contracts. It's pretty annoying, I'm not going to lie. Amore Davis, I will adjust his contract, but Travis Jones and Daniel Fillet, I'm just going to give them a contract because it's honestly annoying adjusting each individual contract like this, and I'm sure everyone is bored. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just give him a contract at the end of the season. So it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 6-11. Okay, good stuff, guys. The worst defense in the NFL. Good stuff. Coming off a win to the Chiefs somehow. Lamar Jackson, MVP type season again. And he gets almost not even top 10. Fourth best offense in the league. Defensively, we were 30th. Okay, 5,000 yards, 42 TDs, 19 receptions is the reason why he almost wasn't top 10. Okay, JK with 9 TDs, 4.2 per carry is a better average, 1,200 yards. Devin Duvernay, almost 1,300 yards, 13 TDs. Rashad Bateman, 8 TDs, 1,000 yards. Mark Andrews, almost 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. Looking at it defensively, Patrick Queen, 145 tackles for a loss, 21 for Michael Pierce, sacks, 5 for David Ojabo. That's lackluster. That's really bad. Interceptions, 3 for Patrick Queen. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Kyle Hamilton. We need a big improvement on this team in the offseason. How much money do we have? Only $13 million. We can't make it happen. Let's get to the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl MVP and League MVP. There are no awards here for the Baltimore Ravens. Man, I just hope we do good in the next season. We have $30 million to spend all of a sudden. Let's look at the roster development upgrades offensively. Devin Duvernay gets Superstar X Factor. That's huge. He's going to continue to play in the slot. And defensively, looking into it, Patrick Queen is an X Factor now. That's huge as well. And looking pretty good. I'm not going to worry about anyone else there. So it's now time to move into the re-sign players here. And I believe there should be Justin Tucker here. I may be able to pick up a big-time receiver in free agency to go along with Devin Duvernay. I need a tall receiver to be a receiver 2 by Rashad Bateman, or maybe a receiver 1. Bateman could be a receiver 2. So AFC North, nobody retires. Sam Cook retires on the Vikings because they didn't re-sign him in the last season. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have. Justin Tucker, I would like back. He wanted a salary improvement, so I'm going to give it to him, and he resigns. Justin Medbuke, I'm going to resign as well. So let's do that, and he resigns. Gus the Bus. Yeah, I'll give you just that deal so that way you can stay with us. And he resigns. Tyree Phillips, I'd like you back as well. Up the money. And he resigns. Travis Jones, I probably should have adjusted these contracts because now I have a money situation. Let's get him re-signed. Oh no, Malik Harrison. Daniel, I need back. I need him back bad. So let's up the money for him. And he resigns. I don't think I have any more money, really. Dang, dude. Can I give back Williams? Can I sign you, maybe, please? No? That's down the money a little. Okay, he's going to go to free agency. That's unfortunate. We have no money left, so it's now time to move in to the draft. Apparently, we had the number 1 pick in the draft, and I'm picking a receiver, Andrew Thomas. 6'3", 215 out of NC State. Normal dev, unfortunately. Maybe he has a high overall, but apparently we had the number 1 overall pick in the draft. We were 6-11. Was that seriously the worst team in the NFL is 6-11? This is the team after the draft and after the free agency that we didn't even participate in. Thomas is an 80 overall. The dude seems like a beast. He just didn't get a development trait. He's big, so he's going to be playing in my second string position. Duvernay's going to stay in the slot. Patrick Queen, JK, Gus, I'm going to move up here. Defensively, that's what we're rocking with. Callaway, Craig Winters is 66 overall. Yikes. Pitts, Woodson. This is the guy I picked in the second round. Jamie Woodson, 74 overall, normal dev. Not a bad player. But anyways, guys, it's now the moment of truth. Can we make the playoffs? So we don't need the midseason mark because we're not re-signing anyone. Let's skip to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a win to the Eagles as we have the best offense in points per game, best defense in points per game. 15-2, top of the division, crushing the division. We had negative cap room, but it doesn't matter. We're a Super Bowl team here. Lamar had another amazing season. Is it MVP? And it is. I didn't think it was, but it is. Best offense in terms of yards, and defensively, 6th best defense in terms of yards. 5,300 yards, 44 TDs, 9 interceptions. JK, 14 TDs, 4.7 per carry, 1,200 yards. Amazing season, his best yet. Duvernay, 1,400 yards, 7 TDs. Andrews, 9 TDs, almost 1,200 yards. Bateman, 1,100 yards, 10 TDs. Andrew Thomas, the rookie, 10 TDs, 841 yards. Defensively, Kyle Hamilton, 101. Tackles for a loss, 17 for Matt Buke. Sacks, 8 for Ojabo, 8 for Odafe. Honestly, lackluster in sacks, and I'm kind of disappointed. Amore Davis, 3 interceptions. Cool improvement by him. Safeties, 1 for Patrick Queen. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to see who we're going to be playing the divisional and can we beat them with a 91 overall team. We are easily the best team in the game. 9-8 Houston Texans. I swear to God, if we don't win this, I'm going to be pissed. Dave Mills is not going to beat us, and he doesn't. We slap them. We humiliate them. 31-0. They shouldn't even have been able to play us in the first place. New England Patriots Conference Championship. Let's see if we can beat them to move on to the Super Bowl. This matchup has happened many times in the Conference Championship. Let's see if we can beat them. Here we are against the New England Patriots. Opening drive, we score 7 points. They don't strike back. 10-0, 2-possession lead. 1-possession lead, 7-10. Back to 2-possession lead. 24-27, 3-possession lead. 4-possession lead. 31-7. 15-31. Okay, hold it in the fourth quarter. Come on. 21-31. Don't let them take that game back. Let's go. 21-31 as we hold out. Don't score anything in the fourth quarter. Doesn't matter. We're going to be moving on to the Super Bowl as this is a successful rebuild. Lamar Jackson, 126 passer rating, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Amazing game. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl here to face the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys. Zeke is just a beast in simulation, so I'm not really too surprised that they got here at 9-8. Bateman doesn't get an upgrade. Thomas doesn't get an upgrade, but he's already an 85 overall. Just very good seasons all around. Gus, I'm not going to give him superstar, but still he had a great season. Defensively, looking into it. Ojabo gets superstar dev. That's surprising. And yeah, Travis Jones hasn't really gotten much playing time during this rebuild, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter. We have a great team all around. Super impressed with it. This is already a successful rebuild because we have made it to the Super Bowl. Win or lose, it's still a successful rebuild. But let's see if we can top it off by beating the 9-8 Cowboys. Here we are against the Dallas Cowboys as it is 3-0. They strike first on us. And then we strike with another 3 points. Then 10-3, our first lead of the game. 10-10 currently. And 13-10 at halftime. Come on, let's get in the end zone. There it is, 17-13, 17-16, 24-16, 24-22. Very close game here. Ooh, 1 point game. Let's see what we got. Big end game drive. I'm going to skip out on that. Third down alert. I'm going to jump in and play this. I'm going to make sure that we get this win. Let's see what we got here. Going to throw it to the flat. Mark Andrews wide open. 26 seconds left, and he's going to power in. I could have just drained the clock and taken my field goal, but I feel like it's just better to take the touchdown. So I'm going to do that. And then big game on the line here. I'm going to jump in. Just make sure to stop this. And we're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know why I didn't commentate on that. I just completely blanked out. For some reason, I thought I was playing like an actual game. I jumped in a couple times. Lamar Jackson, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 120 passer rating. J.K. Dobbins, 3.7 per carry. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's going to win Super Bowl MVP. But this does come out to be a successful rebuild with my favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm super excited about it. And yeah, let's see what the overall team looks like after this. We're going to move into the offseason here, see the Super Bowl MVP. And Lamar Jackson also won the league MVP, and he wins the Super Bowl MVP, and he wins the Offensive Player of the Year. What a season for Lamar Jackson. Definitely like a Hall of Fame type season, really, if you wanted to call it that. But yeah, this is the 4th and final overlook of the team before I end out this video. A successful rebuild. Tell me which team you want me to rebuild next. I'm probably going to do the Lions if I'm being honest. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.